Hello and welcome to Vegan Cafe 21. Today we are making stuffed croquettes. So let's get started. First we are going to prepare the stuffing for our croquettes. So I'll show you what we need for the stuffing. We are going to need a cup of roughly diced red onion, about half a cup of cilantro leaves that have been washed already, one de-seeded, de-veined jalapeno pepper. You can choose any pepper you may have. A teaspoon of grated ginger, 1 teaspoon of pink salt, 1 teaspoon of red chili powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of roasted cumin powder, and I'm going to grind some fresh black pepper on it as well. So this is about 4 ounces of grated tofu. So here is how it goes. Everything that I have shown you here will go through our food chopper so we can get a really fine chop on our onions, peppers, and cilantro, and all of that is going to go into this grated tofu. So let's get started. Now we just add our salt. I'm going to reserve some of the salt to add to our breading later on. Same with the pepper. I'm going to reserve some red chili powder, and then goes the cumin. Grind some black pepper, about a 1/4 teaspoon. Give it all a good mix. Our filling is ready. It's looking good. You can adjust the salt to your liking and taste. So I'm going to put this filling over to the side, and now we are going to prepare our potatoes for our croquettes. We are going to need 1.5 pounds of boiled potatoes that we are going to grate using this kind of a fine handheld grater. So all we do is just grate our boiled potatoes like this. We'll move the potatoes to the side, and now we'll talk about the breading. For breading our croquettes, we are going to need about 1/2 cup of our all-purpose flour that we are going to season using the salt and red chili powder that we had reserved from earlier. This is a cup of almond milk, which we are going to prepare with 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. So I'm going to go ahead and add lemon juice to our almond milk and let it sit for about 5 minutes or so. And in this bowl, I have 1 cup of panko wheat crumbs. So while our almond milk is getting happy with the lemon juice, we are going to season our all-purpose flour with the salt and red chili powder and mix it all in. Let's also add a few grinds of black pepper to our flour. Let's give a quick stir to our almond milk. So this is going to mimic the flavors of buttermilk. All right, so we have prepared our filling. Our potatoes have been grated, and we have set up our breading station with seasoned flour, almond milk, and lemon juice mixture, and panko breading. Over on this side, I have some olive oil in this bowl to grease my palms with to help form the croquettes without sticking to the palms of my hands. So let's get making croquettes. So all you do is take the potato mixture, flatten it out like this. In it, we are going to put a nice size ball of filling and cover it with more potatoes. You can either take some more and put up on top. The idea is to have the filling in the center encased with our boiled potatoes. Here's our croquette that has been sealed nicely from all sides. So I'm going to keep forming the croquettes, setting them on the side. Also, I have started preheating our oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'll continue forming our croquettes. Our stuffed croquettes are ready, so now we will start breading them. I'm using this crisper tray with the basket sitting on top of a tray for better air circulation all around our croquettes for even browning. But feel free to use either a parchment lined baking tray or a wire rack sitting on top of a baking tray. So let's get started with breading our croquettes. So first thing you do is roll them in the seasoned flour, then you dip them in your nut milk mixture, and then cover them with panko breadcrumbs like this. Once they're nicely breaded, you just set them on the tray. We will follow this with all of our croquettes. If you want to give them a thicker coat of crumbs, you can dip them again in our nut mixture and then another coat of our crumbs. So that's double breading. Now I'm going to transport our croquettes to our preheated oven and let them sit and bake till they're nicely golden brown. Here's a quick tip for the leftover ingredients from preparing our stuffed croquettes. I know when I was grating the potatoes, I had some end pieces that were left over as potato scraps, so I reserved them on the side. I also have some leftover filling, and here are the panko breadcrumbs that we started out with. I still have some left over. So what we can do is mix all of these ingredients together, add them to the mix as well, and give it all a nice mix. Make small cutlets with these and also place them on a parchment lined baking tray in your 425 degree oven along with your croquettes. So here we have 4 patties that we can use to make our burgers or sandwiches later when we are hungry. Croquettes are out of the oven. They are nice golden brown color. They sat at 425 degrees and cooked till about 9 to 10 minutes. I went in, turned them around, and let them cook for another 10 minutes to get a golden brown color on all sides. Ovens do vary in the way they heat, so you can decide how long it may take for you to achieve a nice golden brown color all around the croquette. You can serve them either with mint cilantro chutney or ginger dressing. Here's our platter of croquettes. Be creative with the fillings. I chose tofu filling. You can choose the filling you like. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I'll see you again soon with more vegan favorites.